If tropical islands, beautiful landscapes, and unending adventure are in your bucket list for a holiday trip, then you have found a gem of destination with the Philippines. The Philippines has over 7,000 islands and is the perfect getaway to experience a mix of nature, culture, and fun. And to tell us about this untapped destination is our very special guest, Iman Montayre. She is an investigative journalist, a fashion designer by profession. She's going to invite us to her beautiful country this morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and welcome to the program, Sister Iman.
Walaikum salam to you and to all our African brothers and sisters in that part of the continent of in the world.
Have you ever been to our part of the world?
Well, we actually this year we were planning to go there. Last year we were thinking of going to Morocco, but things changed because of COVID.
Hmm.
And probably maybe next year, inshallah. And we're
Inshallah,
thinking of going to South Africa this time,
we look forward to
inshallah.
welcoming you to our beautiful country as well. Tell us about the history of Philippines.
From
It's 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 a
pre-Islam
culture.
or
Well,
after.
pre-Islam. Let's find out about how Islam actually came to the Philippines.
Actually, Philippines before the Spaniards came, there was already Muslims here living in the Philippines, and there were two entrants of Muslims from the north and from the south. What's been recorded in history is the first entry or introduction of Islam to the Philippines is from a south in Tawi-Tawi, where it was 1300 somewhere,
Hmm.
1320s, where an Arab merchant built a mosque, the first mosque in the Philippines in Tawi-Tawi. And then there's Muslims also migration or an introduction of Islam from the north, which was
Hmm.
brought to which was brought by the Hui Muslims,
Hmm.
Chinese Muslims, and by the leadership of Zheng He. Um, Everybody's talking about it nowadays, but of course, you don't want to associate Islam with Zheng He's
Oh.
voyages.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Islam has been here since 200 years before the Spaniards came. And when the Spaniards came, they tried to erase the Islamic identity of the Philippines. Before they came, we were 75% Muslims. And we also had some Hindu population. That's why we have um, leaders that were addressed as Raja
Hmm.
and yeah, like that. And then Islam came,
Hmm.
and then the Sultan, the name Sultan, and all that came into existence.
Right. So currently, the culture and the language and Islamic heritage is still practiced, upkept, and a Muslim tourist can, of course, enjoy the heritage, the Islamic heritage
If
in
you're a
Philippines.
Muslim, I advise that you visit Mindanao because that's where the strong Islamic heritage is still kept until now because that place hasn't been conquered by the Spaniards and then the Americans later on.
Mm-hmm.
They fought hard to, and it's the only part of the Philippines that hasn't been successfully conquered by
Mm-hmm.
the invasions. So
That's interesting.
if you're a Muslim, I advise you should be going to those places in Mindanao, in Davao, especially, or
Mm-hmm.
Sultan Kudarat or Maguindanao,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, they have beautiful beaches and also halal food.
Ah, that's very important, hey? So you are known for being one of the friendliest in the world. What are some of the things the country is famous for besides the exotic beaches? Of course,
Oh,
that's the first thing to mention.
yeah, Manny Pacquiao. I
Mm-hmm.
think Manny Pacquiao or the Miss Universe.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Right.
And also we have we're known as yes, the friendliest people to work with. We also have beautiful beaches here. There's
Mm-hmm.
world class beaches, actually, several of them in
Mm-hmm.
Palawan or Boracay, and it's
Uh,
actually almost every island here is there's beaches where you just
mm,
choose where you can go.
uh, and the weather, when is the best time to visit?
Act, the best time to visit here is from January to June.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the language that's spoken, is it what language is spoken in Philippines?
We have we are our English is our second language, so everybody here speaks English. So even if you go to the most remote places, and even the kid on the street can talk to you
Mm-hmm.
in English, so it's no problem for foreigners to come here. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I think this is a favorite place for Westerners to come because everybody's speaking English. And also, I
Mm-hmm.
want to add, uh, pertaining to the questions earlier about if you're a Muslim and where
Mm-hmm.
can you visit. Although we have places here, like in our big cities,
Mm-hmm.
you still can visit because we do have our hotels serve halal food,
Mm-hmm.
and there are also Middle Eastern food, Middle Eastern restaurants like almost everywhere nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good. All right, we talk about Philippines and its most popular attractions after this break.
Experienced hunger last summer. At Sanzaf, we aim to ease the hunger struggles of those in need by providing freshly prepared meals daily. You can be part of this by donating towards the Sanzaf Meals Project. Visit sanzaf.org.za or call us on 011 834 6046. Sanzaf, changing lives through development and relief.
Online schooling? Why not? Kurtuba Online Academy is the leading global online Islamic school from grade R to matric, offering South African caps and international syllabus. And it doesn't stop there. We also offer online madrasa for every grade. For more information, visit www.kurtubaonline.co.za. Kurtuba Online Academy, the leading global online Islamic school.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
You're back with me on the mid-morning show with Najma Kota. History of the Philippines is what we were talking about before this break, and of course, it being an untapped destination. Talking to us about it is our guest Iman. Iman, what are the most popular destinations and attractions to visit in the Philippines? And this would be a broader sort of question, not only confined to what would suit Muslims, because I think Muslims will want to explore other places as well in
Mm.
your country. What can you highlight for us?
Oh, we have on summers we have a place in Baguio. It's our summer capital. because it's cooler there.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, and also there's Subic, which you have it's international golf, and also
Mm-hmm.
Clark, where 38 holes um, golf course, and we have Boracay, the whitest beach, one of the whitest beaches in the world.
Wow.
And yep, and we have also in Cebu. Cebu is full of the island itself where Islam was, the first
Mm.
battle for of between Muslims and the conquistadors
Mm.
took
Mm.
place in
Mm-hmm.
Mactan. So we have
Mm-hmm.
several international hotels there, the world class hotels. There's also in Palawan where the most expensive resort in the world, where you can, if you're willing to pay $100,000 for a night.
My word. What makes it so special?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Just,
haven't been there.
just taking advantage of the scenic beauty around, I guess. Hey,
Yeah, I
the natural
think
beauty. Yeah.
I think nowadays they try to lower it down because after COVID, But before
Mm-hmm.
COVID, it was $100,000 a night.
Okay. I
And
would
then
like to see.
there's a lot actually. There's Bohol where there's snorkeling, our snorkeling
Mm.
capital. There's also Puerto Galera. There's also in the Mindanao we have pink beaches in Tawi-Tawi. We have Davao where most exotic fruits of the Philippines, where you will
Mm-hmm.
find that, yes. And actually nowadays they are pretty good. I mean, it's the safest country in the Philippines.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's
So,
the safest town. I mean, it's the safest city in the Philippines.
okay. And you mentioned the fruit, but what are the local foods that one can't miss in visiting the country?
Local food. We have that everywhere, but if you want to experience the authentic, it's different per region.
Mm,
So if you
okay.
want to try the authentic dishes of Philippines, you have to travel where that, like pinakpit is in Luzon, or the
Mm-hmm.
lechon if that are non-Muslim brothers and sisters going. They love the roasted um, pig. So we
Mm.
that's in Cebu. And yeah, and street food like barbecues and stuff like that. And there's
Mm-hmm.
also a lot of Chinese influence of our food. But nowadays you can find actually any, like all fusion foods everywhere in the country, from Japanese to Italian to Middle Eastern dishes. What we don't have are African dishes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what are the things that most tourists look for when they come to Philippines?
Actually, first thing they do is look for beaches.
Without the
Yeah.
question, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to go and
Hmm.
swim.
And I'm sure it's a popular destination then for international tourists.
Yeah, and it's not only about like vacation tourism,
Yeah.
to see sightseeing tourism. It's also medical tourism.
Uh-huh.
Every year, yearly, we receive at least 100,000 patients from um, Asian countries. And also
Mm.
there's educational tourism. We have a lot of students from Korea, from Hong Kong, from China, from Africa, and also some from Middle East. As they're studying here medicine or nursing or English language.
Hmm. So the medical tourism, is it because of the it's cost effective as well as the services, the professionals that are there are probably very, very good at what they do. Is that what's attracting them there?
I think, yeah, because it's cheaper here, and then they are trained also from abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, and
Was-
we have yeah we have
Right. Well,
experts.
right. What is the cost of living like in Philippines?
It depends where you live. Like if you live in
Okay.
the city, of course, you have you need at least $1,500 a month to live comfortably. If you're single, and
Okay.
if you're married, you will need like double that, or 2,500 at least. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
living outside, like in the rural
Rural.
areas, yeah, I, yeah, six hundred
Mm-hmm.
dollars, $500 is good enough.
Mm-hmm. What do people do as a trade in the rural areas then?
In the rural areas, they farming.
Mm-hmm.
They also, so what happened is their children go, or their family go and work in the urban areas,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, only
Mm-hmm.
one person will go and work, and then the rest of the family lives in the rural areas.
Okay, so Philippines is also known for its the manufacturing center for food processing factories, textile companies. So there must be a lot that one exports as well from the Philippines.
I'm not sure about the textile. We killed that industry a long time ago. I think
Mm-hmm.
when we became dependent on China,
Right.
even the furniture. We used to be the furniture capital of Asia,
Uh huh.
but since when China took over the market, I think we lost that as well. So
Mm-hmm.
there's only very few of that is manufactured here. What we
Mm-hmm.
manufacture, I think as far as I know, we are the biggest exporter of coconut
Uh huh.
oil and cacao. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
and
And
coffee.
what coffee?
Yep,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
have
What
Arabica coffee.
what advice would you give someone traveling to your country?
So, um, um, what advice could I give?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just the noise, or the noise, because we are just Filipino people are, we love each other. We talk to each other. We're like a lot of people, a lot of foreigners will we complain about that because we talk, we love fun.
Mm.
So that's one of the things that you expect. And the traffic, it's so traffic here, especially in
Okay.
the big cities.
Right. It's busy. It's a hub. And what are there any special requirements to enter the country as a tourist?
Depends. It depends on what country you come from, and
For South
I think
Africans?
from
Yeah.
South Africa. From South
Mm.
Africa, you have 21-day free visa. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
free entry. You can enter
Mm-hmm.
without visa, just passport.
Okay. And in terms of COVID regulations?
COVID regulations, yeah, you need to have. I think I'm not sure. Nowadays, it depends on the airlines, right? If that airline
Okay.
requires you to have a PCR, negative
Okay. Mm.
COVID test. But I think they have already, they're not strict on that nowadays. I'm
Mm.
not sure. I'm not sure though, but you have, before you travel here, everyone who wants to travel here, you need to check the COVID requirements.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And lastly, was it, I shouldn't even be asking the question, it goes without saying, but how did COVID affect tourism industry in Philippines?
Oh, it affected big time. A
Mm,
lot of industries,
yeah.
um,
Is it
yeah.
recovering now?
Slowly we're slowly recovering.
Mm.
Some of the resort are still even closed until now.
Oh,
Yeah, they
oh,
couldn't. Some of them just couldn't recover.
Mhm. Well, then let's encourage people to go to this untapped destination of Philippines. And we've had a wonderful guest with us telling us, just giving us an idea of what experience one can have in Philippines as a tourist. It sounds very inviting. Thank you very much, Iman, for your time this morning. And hopefully we'll see you in South Africa.
Oh, thank you. And yes, definitely put that in my bucket list next year, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Have a nice day and Jazakallah for your time.
You too.
Assalamu
Have a nice
alaikum.
day. Alaikum salam.
Thank you. That's it for this week's edition of Mid Morning Talk with Najma Kota. As I always say, it's been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to being with you next week with the same lineup. Remember, it's going to be who's my next guest on our profile interview, and then Islamic psychology segment, and of course, our travel segment. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, stay happy, and stay with Salam Media. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.